Hello, all you wonderful people. Sometimes horror movies take on a life of their own. Everyone knows Freddy Krueger, and many people dress up as Freddy during the Halloween season. After dressing like a character and maybe scaring people on Halloween, the next step is to actually create the world that the characters lived in. Wait a minute, I've just described a haunted house! And personally, I think one of the best creators of haunted houses is Universal Studios during their Halloween Horror Nights event. And over the massive time that they have been creating haunted houses for the event that they have made, a ton of horror universes have come to life. From Alien vs. Predator, The Exorcist, Saw, The Thing, Halloween, The Texas Chainsaw Massacre, Freddy, Jason, Freddy vs. Jason, and many more. As guests, we get to experience those heart-pounding moments as the boogeyman is chasing us through our own personal scene in its respective horror movie. But there are many movies that have never gotten the universal treatment. So, I want to give 5 horror movies that should be at Halloween Horror Nights. Number 5. I've got to get this out first. I love Bruce Campbell. I think as he's gotten older, he's become a much better actor. But there is a need for a look into the world of Army of Darkness, as it is a scary, goofy, and heck, you could even tie it in with Evil Dead 2 as well. Since the movie starts off with a recap of what happens in Evil Dead 2, let's start the haunt in the cabin, getting the best moments of the preceding movie, having the recording that unleashes the Evil Dead into the world, Ash having to kill his friends and eventually getting sucked into the past, and hey, they can use that vortex room that they love so much. We could be transported into the pit with the horrible hag beasts that are down there, skeletons popping up from the cemetery, and ending with Bruce Campbell having to fight a deadite in the S-Mart store. Remember, shop smart, shop S-Mart. You got that? Universal has come close to doing this idea. They made a haunt of the remake, The Evil Dead. And in 2009, there was a part in the haunted house Silver Screams that was called The Medieval Dead, the original title of Army of Darkness. And it was clearly referencing a sequence from Army of Darkness in the pit with Ash fighting a pit deadite. How do I know this? I was in it!
Number 4.
I am Zombie Chris, aka youtube.com/zkeeper83. Now I could choose George A. Romero classic zombie tribute house, or I could choose Jeepers Creepers, but I don't think the Universal team will tackle that because of the director. I'm not getting into that. But I will choose a 1996 Wes Craven classic movie called Scream. Now, Scream has a long history with Halloween Horror Nights. If you go back in time, all the way back to Halloween Horror Nights 16, we had a little house called All Night Dying Take 2. Now, this house featured 2 scenes, I believe, from the Scream movie. And this was back when they kind of did stuff, under the radar. And so fast forward to Halloween Horror Nights 25, and there was set to be a Scream house at Halloween Horror Nights 25, but due to some problems between the studio and the team, that idea got scrapped and it got turned into The Purge. This is a classic. This is a well-known franchise even till today with the Scream MTV series. So it is a very popular series that has not had its proper place at Halloween Horror Nights.
Number 3. It's funny that Chris mentioned a George A. Romero tribute house, because up next is zombies! They've been around forever, and recently it seems like Universal has tapped into that horror gold with The Walking Dead. Those shufflers have drawn many people to the event, and it seems like the haunted houses will never stop. Year after year after year after year. Over in Hollywood, they actually have a permanent Walking Dead attraction. But it would be amazing to see the granddaddy of zombie movies get its proper due. George A. Romero's Of the Dead series. Not just focusing on one film, but all 3. Night, Dawn, and Day of the Dead. Starting off as a black and white movie, the haunted house could begin with all the actors dressed in costumes and makeup that is black and white. You are trapped in a house with survivors as zombies are pushing their arms through windows. Slow, shuffling zombies are backing you into a a corner. You could transition out of the world of grayscale and into the world of color as you are trapped in a mall with slow-moving shamblers, traversing a battle between drugged-out motorcycle gangs and zombies. Exiting the mall would take you into a cave that both military and scientists are striving to survive while it's not being next on the menu. I'd love to see Captain Rhodes scream, "Choke on him!" as he is literally being pulled apart. Now, Universal has made many a zombie haunted house, but in the past decade, you've probably experienced a Walking Dead haunt or the Zombie Awareness Program. Hey, there's me again! And I think the most unique take on zombies was done in the Dead Exposure Haunted House. Dead Exposure featured you walking through black and white pictures of a zombie outbreak as the photographer developed his black and white shots. I'd love to see another tackle on the black and white zombie house with Romero's classic films.
Number 2.
What's going on, everybody? This is Eric Yates from BehindTheThrills.com. And one house that I would really like to see Halloween Horror Nights tackle is Killer Clowns from Outer Space. It's the story of a small town invaded by killer clowns from outer space. It's not just a clever title, it's the plot point too. It's really kind of zany, crazy, and just a little on the creepy side. It was one of my first experiences of horror. It really kind of concreted in a fear of clowns for a lot of people. Universal's come close to doing that with some of the houses featuring their icon Jack. But with Killer Clowns, it would be a little bit different. You would enter in through a big top, a circus, and you would experience all the insane different clowns, like all the shadow puppets, all the cotton candy pods. You'd see clowns drinking from the cotton candy pods and eating people. It would really be a fun, little, interesting house to do that would rely on everybody's fear of clowns and a huge circus theme. Again, Universal's kind of come close with Jack the Clown, but they haven't hit that zaniness yet. And I think that's one thing that's missing from a lot of Halloween Horror Nights houses is, okay, you have a comedy house or you have a terror house, but you don't have a house that's just complete bat crazy.
Number 1. Okay, hear me out. Imagine that you are a person that likes extreme things, in all sense of the word extreme. You hear about a box that contains both pleasure and pain that is on another level. You open it up to find BDSM, leather-clad creatures ready to take you into whatever level of sadomasochistic hell they came from. I just described Clive Barker's Hellraiser. I'm putting this as number 1 because this is a property that has been replicated and I think is up there with Freddy, Jason, or even that small doll Chucky that has just never gotten its just due. Could you just imagine walking into an attic that is populated by a skinless man who craves blood, traveling down an open door into a world of hooks and chains, bodies and blood smattered against walls, all still moving as Cenobites harass you, trying to get you to enjoy the next level of pleasure. This has been done at HHN before, but only as a nod. During All Night Die in Take 2, they had an area which was referred to as Hellraiser. Basically a way to use the property as a parody, where Pinhead and a sexy Cenobite scared you and entered your domain. Come on, Universal, now is the time. Just focus on the first and second movies and forget about anything after that, because those are total Well, I hope you guys enjoyed that list. If you'd like to see more content like this, leave a comment down below. I want to say thank you to Chris and Eric for coming on and doing a section. Make sure you check out their channels. And as I always say, you can do it, I can do it, we can all do it. You guys stay groovy and have a wonderful day.